Chaffee in P8, Cunha P9, Jim Rain in P10, Hilltrain 11, Would You Rather again in P12. Good evening, scientists.
Hello, Balak. How you doing?
Yeah, stress.
Okay, I can tell you that.
Can you see the stream? Can you help us out here?
Yes, I've got the stream. I've got the stream. It's on YouTube. I've posted it in the Discord. So I've managed to catch a lot. I managed to catch the last couple of laps, and we've got a battle with Corleone and Casto for P5, and Corleone gets a little wide, but manages to defend from Casto. But Casto's all over the back of Corleone. That's the closest battle on track. It's 0.3 of a second. Barouche is 2 seconds behind Little Jim, and Casto's going to make a move here. And Corleone runs wide, and Casto says thank you very much. And now Golden Pickle is only half a second behind Corleone now.
The only update I can give you right now is that there's a record 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and Hilltrain also got 3 seconds, I think.
And we've got an overtake on the back straight here. Pickle on Corleone with the DRS down the inside, going into the hairpin. And that's a textbook manoeuvre from Golden Pickle, who moves up to P6, Corleone down to P7. That's the only battle on track that's less than a second, but I think Pickle's now going to pull away from Corleone as they pass Raisin's car, who's posted on the start-finish straight for some reason
what is
that
the
I'm
gap?
unaware of.
What is the gap between Lil Jim and Barouche at the front?
It's 2.1 seconds.
That's solid.
So, and both are on the medium compound tyres I see, so I think if Little Jim can just maintain this pace, I think he's looking good for the race victory at the moment.
On which lap are we now?
We're on lap 11 out of 14, Balix. So we've got Jim, Burridge has managed to close the gap to 1.9 now, and then we've got Desert Rat in third place, who's a further 6 seconds back behind Baruch. Spaceman is just a couple of seconds behind Desert Rat, and then Casto, Pickle, Corleone, then Chappie down P8, Dacunia 9, Jimranium rounding out the top 10, and we've got a disqualification for Pierre Oliver and a DNF for Duradin.
Yeah. What is the gap between Corleone and Chappie? Has Chappie a real chance to get in here?
It's about 4 seconds to Corleone. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. So both are on the back straight at the moment. Corleone's just at the 50-meter breakboard, and the hairpin. Chappie's at the breakboard now. So yeah, about 4 seconds gap.
So the closest battle on track right now is Castor France and Spaceman, is that correct?
It's actually Corleone and Pickle at the moment, but I think Pickle's beginning to pull a bit of a gap to Corleone now. Actually, the closest battle on track is Chappie and Dacunia, and Dacunia's about 2 tenths behind Chappie. So I'm going to follow this battle because this is the closest one on track. But Baruch actually
spicy.
Baruch is now only 1.5 seconds behind Little Jim, so he's Little Jim's lost a bit of time to Baruch there. But Chappie and Dacunia coming down at the turn 4, I think it is, the tight hairpin before the fast left-hander.
And I think Baruch will do everything what he needs to take P1 here, as he lost P1. He didn't lose P1 against Little Jim at Zandvoort, but they both...
Would you rather's left the session. He stopped on track.
He was in P12, he was down 2 pit stops in P12. No chance for him to get back into the points. But we had a very spicy battle between Little Jim and Baruch at Zandvoort for the lead. And Baruch lost out there with a little spin, but he controlled the car back, game P2. But I think now he wants to get P1 for whatever it takes.
Yeah. Would you rather stop dead on track? So I don't think we're going to get a safety car, but Dacunia is now going to get Chappie here, I think. DRS. Chappie's trying to break the toe, moving left and right, weaving on the start finish on the back straight, and it paid off because Dacunia's not been able to get the move done, but he's getting ever closer as they head into the final corner into the start finish straight. Dacunia will have DRS again as they head down into turn 1. But again, Chappie is probably using up all his ERS to defend, so that gap is around about half a second. And Baruch is now almost within DRS range of Little Jim. He's 1 second exactly behind Little Jim. But Baruch got a bit of a swapper on there. He got a bit of a swapper on there and lost a little bit of time to Little Jim.
I think it's just 2 laps to go right now, is that correct?
We're on lap 13 of 14, and Little Jim is just coming round the banked curve onto the back straight. So that gap is 1.3, and after Cunha's lost, must have made a mistake somewhere because he's now fallen 1.5 seconds behind Chappie, so Chappie lives to fight another day, I think.
What about Casto? Is he gaining on Spaceman? Because he's on the softer tyre, and I think he would have a chance to get to the podium.
No, the gap's still about 2 seconds at the moment, but Desert Rat's got a penalty. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the Baruch Little Jim battle because it's getting ever closer. But I think Baruch needed a couple more laps. But we'll wait and see.
I think as soon as he can activate DRS, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
The DRS and slipstream is so powerful at the back straight.
So we've got an interesting situation for the final. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Who's that? Dacunia spun out of the final corner, and he's lost. He's going to lose a place to Jimranium here. Yeah, that's what the yellow flag is. yeah, interesting battle for the podium. So Desert Rat is 3 seconds ahead of Spaceman, and he's got a 3-second time penalty, so he could lose. He could lose the podium. It's 3.069 gap, so that's interesting.
That's close.
I think Little Jim has done enough because Baruch isn't in DRS range now, so I think Little Jim's done enough. He's coming down the back straight at the moment into the final hairpin. I'm just gonna ride with him to the end. Number 95 on the Haas car, followed by the number 2 car of the sexy AlphaTauri of Baruch.
And speaking of a sexy AlphaTauri, scientist, what do you like better, the 2020 or 21 AlphaTauri?
Instinctively I did like the new one, but I mean last year's one is just special. But let's see how it looks on track. It's all good. It's all good when it's in the studio, but let's see how it's on track. And Spaceman, my God! So Rat got P3. He 0.3 of a second was the gap to the final podium position. So that's unlucky for Spaceman. So Casto didn't get P4 in the end. He finishes P5. Dacunya with that error finishes P10 instead of P9. And had a the penalties aren't going to make much of a difference. So
still a point at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Could be worse. I think he will take that.
Yeah. So yeah, would you rather his car is stopped on turn 1, and he'll train. Yeah, it's if you look at it, it's just stationary on turn 1 with the driver still in there on the racing line.
Typical Colt Masters. Typical Colt Masters.
I'm not sure who driver of the day is. I've not had it come up on my feed, but I want to hazard a guess. It's probably Little Jim.
Little Jim or Spaceman. They both gained 11 places. I think it comes all down to the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the win, Little Jim gets it. And Zandvoort Baruch was world driver of the day, gaining I think 13 or 14 positions.
Wow. So that's tier 2. That's the end of the season. Unbelievable. As my teammate Aces might say, unbelievable, Jeff.
That went by pretty fast, I have to say.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking fast. So
Baruch got the fastest lap.
What a season it has been. Unfortunately, with a very sad ending by nothing. The cameras on. The camera settings were just off for our last race, unfortunately. But Scientist helped us out here. Thank you very much for that, Scientist.
No bother. I managed to catch the last 5 or 6 laps or so. Caught a couple of decent battles, but there we go. Thank you, Bollocks.
Yeah, thank you, Scientists. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in during the season. And don't be disappointed. We're coming back with our Season 3 in a few weeks' time. We'll keep you updated on that. And for now, we just say stay safe, have a good night, and enjoy your weekend.